Hey, and welcome to my channel. So I thought I would do the Camp NaNoWriMo tag. I haven't seen folks doing it so much this year, but I saw when I was Googling, was there a tag? I saw people doing it 2018. So what's old is new. We're going to do that here. My name is Sassafras. If you haven't been to my channel before, this is my tiny little channel that is tiny, mighty, and growing. And I am a full-time author. I write books about fiction and nonfiction, about LGBTQ people and or dogs, sometimes both at the same time. I'm also a freelance writer. I write full-time. If you have read any nationally distributed dog magazine, chances are you have read my content. If you read those magazines regularly, I've written for most all of them. And I write online. And so welcome. This channel is my dog channel. I have another channel as well, but usually it's dog training, fun little video, quirky things here. But because of the subject of my Camp NaNoWriMo book, I was like, you know what? We're going to do some little AuthorTube stuff here. I have had some other videos. I have another one I need to post. This is not connected, but I just got the author copies of my new book that's coming out from Mango Publishing in 2 weeks, and it's so exciting. I'm really excited to see it. And yes, so that was like, it's been just like a great day, a great author day. But what's really exciting is that it is almost the end of Camp NaNoWriMo today. It is January. Oh my God. It is July 29th. And I finished my Camp NaNoWriMo book yesterday. I am super excited. So I'm going to get into the tag. That'll probably talk a little bit about what I'm doing and about that. And if there's anything I feel like wasn't covered in the tag, I'll talk about it at the end. So first question, what are you working on for this year's Camp NaNoWriMo? So I was working on my goal, maybe this is another question later, but my goal was 50,000 words and to knock out a complete first draft of a novel called Rooftop Kennel Club, which is kind of an LGBTQ romance, a little bit of a side plot of that, kind of a quirky, very character-driven novel set in New York, lots of dogs. If you're new to my channel, I lived in New York City for almost 13 years, and my partner and I relocated to Portland, Oregon with our 3 dogs and 3 cats in October. So that was the book I was working on, Rooftop Kennel Club. So much fun. I just had this idea for this really fun, very different than a lot of what I do. And I was just like, I just want to write this. It sounds fun. And so I thought it would be a perfect project for a camp. How many Camp NaNoWriMos have you participated in? So this is actually my very first one. I have, including this baby, 9 books in print. Half of them are traditionally published. That included, half of them are self-published. And so I really like to keep my feet in both camps as far as publishing is concerned, but I've never done a Camp NaNoWriMo before. I've also never done NaNoWriMo before. Obviously, I have heard about it. Obviously, I know people who have done it, but the timing was never right. It just never really happened. And so this was the first time. And in some ways I did it because I was curious if I could do it. I know that I'm somebody who lays out drafts very, very quickly, but I've never done one in a month. This was a stretch for me, and so I was curious to see if I could do it, and the answer was yes! Here's my certificate. I'm such a nerd. I printed it out because I was so proud of myself yesterday. So, winner! Question number 3, how will you be tracking your progress? So I track my progress on the Camp NaNoWriMo page, and it was awesome. I loved being able to see the graph of my daily writing and word count. I don't normally track my writing based on like word count goals, except for my magazine articles, because so much of my freelance writing is by word count. So like that I track that way, but I've never, certainly not down to the day, written a novel where I was tracking word count so closely or had a tracking tool to do that. It was cool to see. I could see how if I was doing it long term on, a novel that I take a couple of years to write, as I have with some of my previous fiction, I could see how that might not work as well, or I could see myself getting overly caught up in the numbers. But for something like Camp NaNoWriMo, it was perfect to be able to track my progress that way. Number 4, quote, what's in your bag? What are your writing must-haves? So I'm a really flexible writer. I wrote my first 2 novels on my iPhone on the New York City subway, commuting to and from my day job when I had a day job. I quit my day job a year and a half ago to write full time. And so I've written books on my phone. I've written on my iPad. Now my must-haves, oh boy, I think that I love having paper to jot down ideas on. I have a little notebook that I have been keeping ideas and sketches for Rooftop Kennel Club in during Camp NaNoWriMo. So if I wasn't writing, I could jot down ideas. So I like that. I can throw it in my purse. I did really all the writing for this novel on my laptop, which is a little unusual for me with a novel. But I have the ability to do that now because I write full time. I don't need to write on the go. What kind of cabin are you in? How did you choose your cabin? And if you don't have a cabin, why not? So I'm not in a cabin. I elected not to be in a cabin. I am a really solitary writer, particularly when it comes to laying drafts down on the page. I'm very lucky to have, fantastic writing community, access to beta readers, access to other authors to bounce ideas off of, and to, collaborate with for blurbs or, sort of those later pieces. But something I love, and I'm a profound introvert, something I love about being an author is that it is really solitary. And so the idea of a cabin felt like a distraction to me. I'm also really lucky that I have an extremely supportive partner. We talked through ideas for this book over dinner, that kind of thing. But the thought of cabining, felt like something else that would take me away from writing I was trying to put onto the page for this book, my other book deadlines that I was on that I actually had to do, and my freelance work. And then the last question is Camp NaNoWriMo versus NaNoWriMo. What do you do differently? Which do you prefer? And so again, I've never done either Camp NaNoWriMo or NaNoWriMo before. I approached it similar to my understanding of NaNoWriMo in that I was like 50,000 words. I will do 50,000 words in 30 days. Boom. November is a busy month for me, and that's part of why I've never done NaNoWriMo, because it's like the start of holiday stuff, and I'm a big holiday person. So being able to do it in July was exciting. Yeah. So that is my Camp NaNoWriMo tag. Again, I found these questions floating around YouTube, on AuthorTube, as well as I feel like I saw it on Instagram or something also. I'll put them in the description box of this video so you can check them out. Please subscribe if you have not already subscribed. I'm planning to do more AuthorTube content on this channel in addition to my dog content as it relates to the books that are about dogs. And yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, I already said that, and let me know what you're working on or what you have been working on, how Camp NaNoWriMo went for you. I'm super curious to hear how other folks approached the process, what you're working on, how it went. Thanks so much. Bye!